Yeah, look, sometimes I will have this thought, this feeling there's something ready to be written, right? And it's just sitting there and I'm playing with these thoughts in my mind. It's like, I guess the first step is to check in to the fact that something wants to be written. There's a thought, a concept, an idea that you're sort of circling. And if you can just grasp that and put it onto the page, you do. But what happens when that thought keeps circling? Sometimes I'll get like, my other phone or just a pen and paper and just write down, sort of trying to what I'm trying to do is trying to solidify that thought onto the page. I'm trying to draw it out, tease it out, open it out. And just, if I can get just the startings of it, sometimes it comes. Okay, so I'm basically saying brainstorm. But you're doing it with intent. It's not like, oh, I'm just thinking, you're literally trying to get it onto the page. What is the core structure of the thing that I'm trying to say? So it's like an iceberg. At the top of the iceberg might be something like jealousy, right? Oh, I'm feeling jealous. There's a poem about jealousy. Okay, but what's underneath jealousy? Underneath jealousy might be anger or resentment to your partner. You feel like you're missing out. Underneath that might be childhood memories of your sibling getting something that you didn't get. Underneath that might be a lack of self-love because your father didn't, say kind words to you and you saw him saying them to other people, right? So you've started off with jealousy, but you've explored that, you've brainstormed, you've gone all the way down, and now you're actually writing. The poem is actually about self-love. It's not about jealousy. The jealousy is the top of the iceberg, but down below, what the real poem is about self-love. So that's why the poem wasn't coming. Now I teach people to write poetry and write it well, but the best way, with technical skills, but the best way to do it is to delve deep and to find that emotional core, because you could write a poem on jealousy. You could write it well, but if that's not at the core, it will come across as cliche. Am I making sense, right? So if you can dig down and find what that core is, that's an approach. Another approach I take is to write 4, 5, 6, 7 sort of little poems about that topic. So I posted a little while ago this idea that if you've had trauma, if you've had abuse, if you've had issues in your past, your abuser, narcissist, will be speaking in your mind, but it's using your inner voice, using your inner thoughts, using the things that are, it's speaking with your voice, so it sounds real. You believe it. And I'm like, I wanted to express that, but it wasn't quite coming. I couldn't quite pick the way to address it. So I wrote 3, 4, 5, 6 different iterations of the same poem, looking at it from different perspectives. And then often what happens when I do that is that the next poem will form from one of those different threads, because one of those are sort of the real poem. The reason I'm saying sort of the real poem is that it's like there's something that's needing to be written, needing to be uncovered. It's like you're an archaeologist digging it out, and you'll discover it. It's a discovery process. You can force stuff, but often that forced poetry comes across as cliche and boring and just not that great. You know what I mean?